What's going on, guys? Digidesdan here, and I'm back with another pickup video. Great time. I'm just coming out of a sickness, so this week I haven't had a whole lot of time to go out and hunt and find games, but as always, happen to find some stuff. So first thing, went to GameStop one of the days when I was waiting for the doctors or getting out of the doctors. We're right next to a GameStop. Came across some very cool things just in time for the holidays. Some ornaments, actually. We have these Super Mario ornaments. They have Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi on it. So they're just made out of plastic. They're not glass. They're kind of cheap in quality, but they are $12.99 for a set of 4 of them. It's not bad if you want to decorate your tree. They also have these Legend of Zelda ones. There's 2 of them in here. This one's $15, $14.99, and you got a map of Hyrule and the Ocarina of Time illustration on the other one. These ones light up, which is why they're a little bit more expensive than the Super Mario ones. They also have some deluxe ornaments. This one's $10.99. This one's $11. Just a 3D Mario here. And then you have this brass ornament, which is the Link or Legend of Zelda Triforce. The crest there, I should say. But very cool. Just in time for the holidays. You can find them at most, if not all, GameStops. I know that they're partnered with ThinkGeek now. And some ThinkGeek stores are even having storefronts, like brick and mortar stores, and you could probably find those there too. Also at GameStop, we went on a little bit of a shopping spree. Uno is one of my favorite games, and we found some Super Mario Uno cards. So very cool. Just basic Uno, nothing special in terms of game mechanics. We actually opened this one up, kind of. They're still sealed, but you have Mario packs that are on there. There's different characters on there. Like on the wild card, you have Mario with a star. I think the wild card has the Koopalings on it. So very cool. I know this is the second set of Super Mario Uno cards that have come out, but this one you can find them at GameStop again. They were $7, which is not bad for an Uno game. So if you go and get your normal version of Uno at Fred Meyer or Target, it'll probably cost you the same. So for the same cost, getting Super Mario ones based on Nintendo characters, I think that's a pretty good deal. Pretty good win. So Uno is one of my favorite card games to play with friends and family. It's not like Magic the Gathering or something. Alright, and last thing we picked up from GameStop. This is actually a game, surprisingly. We start off this video with no games, but this is a game. It's actually for Wii, and this is a game I've been kind of had my eye on, but I haven't been able to pull the trigger on yet. This one is Zack and Wiki. Quest for Barbaros Treasure. So this one, I haven't played it. From what I understand, it's kind of like a puzzle platformer. Very fun game. It's a single player, but I've heard good things about it. It's kind of one of those hidden treasures. It's a sleeper hit sort of thing. It's made by Capcom. At GameStop, they sold it for $7. If you're a pro member, it's $6.29. I know that a lot of the times that I actually came across this game was at Half Price Books, and they were selling it for $10, $9.99. And that was one of the reasons I didn't want to pull the trigger. I came across it enough. I didn't really want to pay $10 for it to try it out. But for $7, I figured it's definitely worth a try. So glad to have this in my collection now. And that's it for GameStop. Next thing is Amazon. So just a cool thing that my fiance stumbled upon on Facebook. She's part of the collecting groups as well, and she just so happened to find this image of someone receiving a puzzle for their birthday. And of course, since it's puzzle related, we were interested, and this just so happened to be game related, so we were even more interested, and we were able to find this on Amazon because of that picture. I forgot who it was, but it's a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it's called Video Games Collection. So here's a little bit closer look on it. You got NES, you have the Atari 5200 on it, and television, ColecoVision, just a whole bunch of old retro stuff. Not so much Nintendo, but it's got that small little corner for NES. It's very cool. It's very heavy. We have a lot of puzzles. 1,000 pieces normally don't feel this heavy, so we haven't cracked it open yet, but we're figuring that it's a pretty high quality one, so it's not going to be bent too easily. Alright, only had one chance to go to the thrift shop this week, again because I was sick mostly, and didn't find much, but I did find one thing. It is a Nintendo 64 controller, and it is a Super Pad 64 one. And what makes this one unique is, if I can zoom it in there, it is an EA Sports Super Pad 64. So this one's in awesome condition. Compared to other Super Pads, this one has a little bit more of a grippy texture. It's like a rubbery texture on it. The traditional Super Pad 64s are very glossy and painted plastic or plastic color, and not very good for sweaty palms. But this one's nice and grippy, nice and rubbery. This one, I don't know the origins of it. I know that it's kind of uncommon. It doesn't pop up too often, and since I'm actually a fan of some of these third-party Nintendo 64 controllers, I figured for $6, not a bad deal to add to my controller collection. So this one's a cool one to have. I have to dig a little bit deeper into why this one is a little bit rarer or harder to find, but other than that, yeah, cool pickup. Again, crediting my fiance. She's on OfferUp a whole lot. It's an app that is basically like a classifieds app, just like Craigslist. But she just happened to find an older listing of a board game. She was looking under board games and puzzles, and she happened to find this one here. This is Belton Bradley's Donkey Kong. So if you're on my Instagram or my Facebook, you probably saw the picture of it. It is a Donkey Kong board game where you play as a series of Jumpmans or Marios, and you try to reach the top to save Pauline. So this one's 100% complete. If I crack it open here, you have things like the instructions, the Donkey Kong pieces themselves. This actually comes apart, and it's got a little arm that attaches to it, and you have barrels. Let's see, barrels that you throw down the board at these Jumpmen. So this is just one of the pieces. There's 4 pieces here. There's these little fireballs, just like that spawn at the bottom of the level. A bunch of different cards, action cards, point cards. You got the hammer there. And then you have a couple dice and the game board itself, which is pretty cool. So you got Donkey Kong, got the ladders, the oil with the fire at the top, and you get the finish, you got Pauline. And yeah, pretty cool board game. I haven't played it yet. I haven't figured out how to play it. It's a very cool piece to add to the collection nonetheless. And yeah, we're going to be excited to play it one of these days. I am looking for the Legend of Zelda one, if anyone wants to give that out. We've also come across the Pac-Man one, which we will eventually pick up. That one's not as rare, but this one's very cool to have. They're getting pizza downstairs. Got this nice little box here. What's in the box? I don't know. Hand cramp. As a gift to ourselves, we decided to invest in a little machine that might help us in our collecting and our trading and and a little bit of selling. What we happened to pick up is a JFJ Easy Pro. So if you don't know what the JFJ Easy Pro is, so it's a disc buffer. So if you go to like your local game store, they might have one of these here. You put the disc in, add the little cut and buffing components to it, the wax or the buffer, and you machine run, and it polishes your disc, so it removes any surface scratches, and that way your discs are somewhat like new and have a higher chance of being played and without skipping. So this was a little gift to ourselves. It's Blu-ray disc friendly apparently, but this is very cool to have. I've been meaning to pick it up. It's only I think $120, which is extremely fair for a unit this big, and a way to go through all your discs and really just make sure that they're playable, especially if you're trading them and so on and so forth. But yeah, very cool unit. I haven't tried it yet. I have a couple games that I want to try it on out of my personal collection, like Tribes Aerial Assault. Very cool. Hopefully I actually get some use out of this. Kind of makes me feel like I'm more official, so that's cool. This last bunch of pickups is actually from one of my very best friends from middle school, from a long time ago. His name is Steven, and he's always been in my life. He's always been someone I can rely on, and he and his girlfriend recently took their dream trip to Japan, and it's very sweet because she planned it way ahead of time and surprised him for his birthday, essentially. And they took their trip. They spent 2 weeks over there, had a great time, and they were nice enough to spend some time, do a little bit of hunting for me, picked up a few souvenirs, and they brought us back some stuff, some goodies. So first thing, melon Kit Kats. Package is open because I ate some already. They're interestingly good, so it makes me miss Japan. I really want to go back. And they visited the Ghibli Museum, all the works of Miyazaki, and they were nice enough to pick us up a puzzle. It's 208 pieces. It's My Neighbor Totoro. And this one is very cool because, at least in Japan, they have a lot of puzzles that are made out of plastic, and this one's a stained glass one. So when you put it together, you can actually see through it. It's I don't know if you can see that image there, but those puzzle pieces are plastic-like, and you can actually frame it, and it looks like stained glass. So light actually goes through it, adds a little bit more of an element, or a decorative element to it. So this is very cool. Thank you very much for that. Another knick-knack that he picked up for me. These are the speed boots from A Link Between Worlds. It's just a keychain here. They're nice and metal. I don't know what they're made out of, like brass or nickel, but they're very solid. They're very cool to have. And lastly, a very cool thing they picked up for me from the Pokemon Center in Tokyo, in Ikebukuro. Over there, they were doing a nice little special, or every month or so, they have a theme going on that goes on with their Pokemon Center, and their plushies, like their Pikachu, would be dressed up as like Charizard or Mewtwo, or I think when I was over there, they were getting ready for Ho-Oh and Lugia. But this past month was Mario Bros. Super Mario. So they had a whole bunch of Super Mario and Pokemon collaborated products, and there are a lot of great plushies, postcards, keychains, all that, anything you can think of basically. And my buddy Steven knew the kinds of things that I was looking for. He knows what my collection is. He's been there ever since the beginning, and he happened to pick up these for me, and it's very cool. These are Hanafuda cards with a Super Mario Pokemon collaboration. So of course you see Pikachu on the front there. Get a little closer here. Pikachu on the front, dressed up as Mario. On the side, just regular Pokemon, like Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise on the side with, their Hanafuda decorations. I don't know. And then on the other side, you have Pikachu as Mario, another Pikachu as Luigi, and then Pikachu dressed as Mario with Ho-Oh. So those were just a few examples. I haven't opened this up yet. Also, if you look at the top, it says Mario Pikachu, which is very cool. Also says that on the bottom. But yeah, I'm very thankful for them. They didn't have to get me anything, but he's a very good friend of mine, and he decided he's going to spend his surprise birthday trip and their dream trip in Japan looking for things for me. And of course they spent some time together and all that fun stuff, but they were generous enough to go out of their way to pick some of this up for me. So thank you very much. I appreciate it, Steven. And yeah, those were my pickups for this week. Not a whole lot. A lot of it came to me via mail or gifts or whatnot, and GameStop, all that fun stuff. But anyway, yeah, those were my pickups. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't, leave something in the comments below so I can improve this video and get you going to a place where you do enjoy it and do like it. So anyway, yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.